Hey, I'm back with another episode of Saltstone Arena, but unfortunately I don't have the original audio for this episode because, like an idiot, I shut off my mic when I was actually recording this. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rewatch the match that I just played on my computer, and while I'm watching it, I am going to commentate the things I was thinking during the match at that point in time. So you can follow through on my reasoning and you know, you can kind of see like my thought processes on each of my plays. So here we go. At the beginning I'm just kind of looking over my deck again, refreshing my memory about, what kind of cards I have, what kind of cards I picked. Just figured that just trying to remember like what kinds of removal I had. I had two fireballs, two frostballs, flame strike. For endgame, I have a power blast to finish someone off. As for endgame creatures, I didn't have a whole lot, so I'm just trying to keep all this in mind. I did have three oozes, which will actually become relevant pretty soon. So here's my opening hand. I decided to toss the Flame Strike and act Live Pain. Get rid of Flame Strike, obviously, because it's 7 mana, so that's not going to be relevant for a long time. I already have a 3-drop in Blood Knight, so I get rid of that one. I hold on to Sen'jin, although at this point in time I'm having a little bit of doubts. Maybe I should have molded it, because I don't have a 2-drop. But at this point in time, I still feel okay about my hand. Not great. If worse comes to worse, I could coin into Blood Knight, although that would leave me without an actual turn 3 play. So at this point in time, what I'm thinking is just Fire Blasting his face. Thankfully, I don't have to do that because, as you can see, I just top decked this Acidic Swamp Ooze. And I felt comfortable playing this because even if he had a weapon, I figured I had 2 more oozes in the deck. So even if I don't have another one in my hand, I might draw into one. And luckily enough, as you can see, I got another ooze. That was incredibly lucky of me. I can't lie, that was pretty freaking lucky. Now we place this Imp Master, and I see, oh, well, there's the Healing Totem. That's going to be kind of a pain. But I figure, okay, well, I do have the Sen'jin. Sen'jin is a pretty good play here, because he won't be able to throw his 1/4 and his 1/1 at my ooze, and just then have the Healing Totem kill it up. Or it wouldn't be able to anyway, because I just killed it right there. I throw the taunt up to kind of protect my ooze. I played this engine over the Water Elemental, again, just because I want the taunt. Even though Water Elemental is pretty OP, I just figure I really want the taunt up so I can protect my ooze and maintain board control. Or try to get board control. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. As soon as he threw out the Crazy Alchemist and threw his 1/1 in there, I was thinking, oh my god, is this a Fork Lightning? And yes, it was a Fork Lightning, as you can see. So that was pretty unfortunate. I'm mulling over my plays here now, and looking at the health values of all his minions, I figure Abomination's pretty good here. Because even though he could kill it with all the stuff he has on the board, it would just leave him with a 1/1 left alive. Of course, he could still play, more minions after he blows up my Abomination. But compared to all my other plays for that turn, I think it was very clearly the best option I had. So yeah, he's going to do the thing I was expecting him to do, run all of his guys in there, leaves himself with a 1-1. This I wasn't expecting, and this gets me a little bit annoyed, because that's pretty annoying. He only up that Imp Master again, he's gonna get a bunch of weenies. Here I figure, okay, I'm starting to think what my best options are. I think at this point, Water Elemental then Fire Blast at 1-1. Nothing else I play that I could play here makes a whole lot of sense. No Machine Inventor doesn't have enough power to kill the 1-3 or the 3-3. Water Elemental does, and furthermore, it has enough life to survive hits of the 3-3 and the 1-3. So, that's why I throw down the Water Elemental as opposed to doing anything else. I could Fireball the 3-3, but I was thinking that'd be a huge waste, and it would leave me without an actual creature on the field, which I don't feel comfortable with. I always want to have at least like one guy out on the field. So then he freezes me, and then I'm really starting to think, well, why didn't he just remove it? Could be that he just doesn't have removal in his hand, but I'm starting to get really scared. And the reason why I'm getting really scared at this point is because I think, okay, if he has Bloodlust, I think I'm actually just dead. And since I just top deck that Flame Strike, I'm starting to think, okay, well, should I Flame Strike here? And I think pretty long and hard about this, because I was thinking, okay, if he has Bloodlust, and I don't kill stuff he has on the board, I am just straight up dead. But I don't necessarily like Flame Strike here, because all it would do is, quote unquote, all it would do is kill a 1-2, a 1-1 token, and a 3-3. It would leave the 5-1 completely alive and fine. Or it would leave the 5-5 as a 5-1. Completely alive and ready to do damage. I'm also thinking about maybe playing Gnomish Inventor, and then coining into Fireball, but then I decide against it, because I figure if he does have Bloodlust, I probably should still kill the 1-1. So that's why I did. I Fire Blasted the 1-1, and then I Fireballed the 5-5, just to make sure that, I try to keep his side of the board as clear as possible, so I don't have to worry so much about a Bloodlust. Flame Strike, I was kind of thinking maybe I should have, but I was still pretty convinced at the time that the play I just made there with the Fireball and the Fire Blast was still the better play, because if you think about it this way, Flame Strike would have killed 2-3 mana minions at that point. It would also have killed a token, but the token was a free part of that minion. So I'd be spending 7 mana to get rid of 6 mana worth of minions. So that's why I didn't feel comfortable doing a Flame Strike there. So that's why I just did the Fire Blast and the Fireball. Fireball was 4 mana to kill a 6 mana creature, and I spent 2 mana to kill a 3 token, but the Fire Blast isn't an actual card, so I don't feel bad about spending 2 mana to kill the token. Now here, to me, it was a pretty obvious Flame Strike, because again, if I'm trying to dodge a Bloodlust, I need to clear his side of the board, and a Flame Strike here actually does kill everything on his side of the board. Furthermore, I get more value in terms of mana this way. I spend 7 mana on the Flame Strike, I kill the 4 mana 4-4, I kill the 3 mana 2-2, and I kill the 3 mana Imp Master. And I get to kill the token too. So that's why I Flame Strike here. Now, Bloodlust, I don't have to worry about it, because obviously it doesn't have anything on the board. I feel a little bit uneasy because he does get to play his minions first. So now I have to deal with all the stuff he does play. Thankfully, he only plays Knife Juggler and a Totem. So I'm actually in a pretty good spot here. I have lots of card advantage. I don't have life advantage, but the difference isn't insurmountable. Now here, since I just top decked the Twilight Drake, and since I've been holding onto the coin for so long, I'm thinking, okay, Twilight Drake is a pretty good play here. It'll become a 4/7 since I have 6 other cards in my hand. Then I can play Gnomish Inventor, although honestly I made a misplay there. I should play the Gnomish Inventor first, because I was thinking, okay, I should play the Twilight Drake first when I was actually playing this game. I was thinking I'll play the Twilight Drake first because if I play the Gnomish Inventor first, I'll lose a health on the Twilight Drake when it comes into play, which is obviously not true, obviously, because the Gnomish Inventor makes me draw a card when I play it, so I should have played the Gnomish Inventor first. Turns out it didn't matter because all I drew was a polymorph, which I did not need at that moment. So it was fine the way I played it, but it was still a misplay. I should have played the Gnomish first. Now, since he did drop the Venture Code Mercenary, I'm starting to think, okay. I'm starting to get a little bit worried again. I think maybe I should polymorph that. Normally, I would want to polymorph something a lot bigger, like maybe an Earth Elemental. But I'm starting to think, oh, I'm actually getting a little bit cold at this point, so I actually decided to put on my little vest. But yeah, aside from that, I'm starting to think, okay, I don't want that thing alive. Oh, and yes, it does, as a matter of fact, turns out he does have a Bloodlust, and here I think he made a mistake, Bloodlusting just to bring me down to 9 life. He should have held on to the Bloodlust for more advantageous position, so that the Bloodlust would actually be the difference between killing me, or between not killing me and killing me. All he did there was do an extra 6 damage to me. I don't agree with it. He should have held on to it, or if he did want to play it, he could have actually killed my Twilight Drake, which is by far the scariest thing I have on my side of the field. So that was definitely a mistake from him, bloodlusting at that point. And then I kind of punish him for it because at this point, I can basically just kill everything on his side of the board and slow him down immensely, thanks to the mirror image and the polymorph. So, oh, and I also play Counterspell here. Why would I play Counterspell? I'm scared of Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm would actually kill both of my mirror images, and then it would leave me wide open to attack. And I don't kill the 1/1, which I think probably may have been a bad call. It actually turns out to be okay, but I still kind of think maybe I should have played a little bit more carefully. Because if he had like rock biter weapons or something, that 1/1 could still be scary since it was ready to attack. But turns out it's fine. Because all it did was do 1 damage to me, and although 1 damage is kind of a big deal at just 8 life, you know, it's still just 1 point of damage, so it's not the absolute worst thing in the world. Here now, though, I'm definitely thinking, okay, I have to absolutely kill everything he has on the side of the board, because I really can't afford to take any more damage. He has a weapon out, I didn't draw an ooze, so I can't get rid of it. I have to kill everything on his side of the board to make sure that he can't like walk by to one of his guys and punch me in the face. I play Blood Knight here over Acolyte of Pain, even though I was thinking about Acolyte of Pain, just because with Blood Knight I was thinking I want more power on the field. Acolyte of Pain is fine, but it's only 1 power, and there's no point in me playing it right now because I wasn't going to spend a turn to Fire Blast it to draw a card anyway. I figured, okay, if I need the card draw, I can do it next turn. Right now, what I absolutely need to do is kill everything on his side of the field. So that's what I focus on doing here. And I get a little bit of extra power on the board just in case he plays, say, a big taunt guy or something. And then I need that extra power to kill it. Here things get a little bit more complicated because I that's a lot of things I will have to attack to if I want to clear his side of the board. Thankfully, and now I'm actually thinking through this in my head. Wait, do I have lethal? And it takes me quite a while because when I was playing this, I was actually rather quite tired. Um, so it took me a lot of time to add numbers. It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, okay, that's 4, 7, that's 11, and then it's 10 in my hand. Okay, so that's 21. So, took me way longer than it should have for me to add all that up. But yeah, thankfully, I was pretty lucky, drew that Argent Commander, the extra 4 damage, clutches it out for me, and so I just deal 21 to him that turn. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that game. That game was pretty fun. I like playing that one. Um, Sorry again for not having the original audio for this part, but I'll be back with some more Hearthstone later. See you guys.